What is up, YouTube? So I filmed 2 videos, wasn't planning on making them into one. I missed a meal in one, but I'm gonna combine these videos. It's a high carb day and a low carb day. Figured I would show you guys the diet that I've been eating for a few weeks and the diet I've had now. I've had 2 high days now, which were the exact same thing. So I figured I would show you guys the contrast of what a high carb day looks like versus what I'm actually eating every single day. And my calories have dropped a lot from my last full day of eating, so you guys can laugh at my pain here. And yeah, without further ado, hope you guys enjoy this video. Remember to like the video and subscribe. And here is 2 full days of eating back to back. What is up, YouTube? Today is a very exciting day. It's a refeed, high carb day. Lots of fun. Cannot deny that I've earned this though. I've been eating like nothing and I wanted to give you guys a full day of eating on my low calories because I just went really low with like 1,800 calories and like 80 grams of carbs or something a day. So that was killer. I was almost like too tired to film. Could have, didn't. So maybe after this, if my calories go back down to that, I'll show you guys what I was at. But this is more exciting, I'll have more energy, so I'm gonna show you guys my high carb meal. Number 1, which is 100 grams of oats, a banana. I get 2 whole eggs and 170 grams of egg whites. So I'm cooking that up right now. I got some spinach just kind of frying. I'm gonna add my egg whites to that, sunny side up eggs, and then onto the oatmeal. But I gotta cook and I gotta eat because I'm excited, so get to that. Final product, put some cacao powder in the oatmeal. I'm gonna slice the banana up and put it in there, but after I eat the eggs. But that cacao powder, if you guys get that, make sure you're not getting cocoa powder. Huge difference. Cocoa is like a processed, shitty like chocolate thing. Cacao is like a raw from the cacao bean or whatever the hell it's from, and it's actually really, it's got a lot of antioxidants, magnesium, iron, good stuff in it, so it's actually a really good food and it's pretty low calorie and it's not very good. It's kind of bitter honestly, but when I'm just craving flavor and oats are boring plain, I throw it in there. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna eat because I don't even want to talk, I just want to eat. Cooking up meal number 2 right now. Getting bougie today. I figured I'm eating good, I might as well eat good. And I mean, whitefish is kind of like the low fat protein, super good source to get in on prep. And there are 2 other things other than just like whitefish. I normally get cod, you can get shrimp, and you can get scallops, which are a lot more expensive, especially when you eat a lot of them. So I never eat them, but like I said, today we're eating more carbs, so I figured I might as well make a nasty ass meal. So I'm cooking up some scallops here on the frying pan because they taste amazing. I got some asparagus, bacon in the oven, and some delicious white jasmine rice. So, fired up. Final product is 200 grams of white rice with 5 grams of olive oil, 170 grams of scallops, and what used to be like 50 grams of asparagus and now is a little crispy and not so much. Plus, nice little lemon water. So I'm gonna eat this and enjoy it again. Got nothing to say, so. On to meal number 12. So fired up about this one. It's probably one of the bigger volume meals, I guess. But this one is going to be 300 grams of sweet potato. I got 100 grams of spinach I'm frying up and 160 grams of turkey patty or chicken. I had the turkey patty left from Trifecta, but yeah, so this is pre-workout meal. And also this is something I've never tried. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but this new product that's coming out from Revive called GDA. So it's supposed to help kind of like act a bit like insulin and shuttle the carbs you're eating into the muscle so that you're actually able to utilize all the carbs you're eating and bring your blood sugar back down to normal, because it's shuttling in all the glucose you're eating into the actual muscle. So trying that out for the first time, kind of seeing how I feel. It's hard to really monitor unless you're like checking your blood sugar with like little blood pricks and stuff, but some ingredients in a lot of the GDAs have been proven to work. This one's supposed to be super legit, and they're just kind of sent it to the athletes to try it out and see what we think of it. It's my first chance I'm actually eating carbs, so I get to try it out. But yeah, and I want to touch kind of briefly on refeeds, and it's impossible to know when you deserve it, earned it, need it, whatever the hell you kind of want to do that. So it comes down to a lot with knowing your body, having a coach who knows your body, and not being just a lazy boy who's hungry. So my coach pushed me really hard, Ian pushed me really hard the last week, really low calories, high cardio, and my weight dropped significantly a lot. It was dropping a little bit quicker than we wanted, but we did want it, but we didn't want it to keep dropping that quick. Because my weight was being so stubborn, we just gave me a big push and it filled back up. And so refeeds can be used for many things. Like they have been proven to help stop you from hitting plateaus, but what they cannot do is boost your metabolism from 1 day or 2 days of eating. If you're on a really long-term diet, a diet break can maybe help boost your metabolism a little bit, but that would be like a full week, maybe 10 days of eating back up to your maintenance calories instead of eating at a deficit. So this is more kind of just to fill you back up, get some glycogen filled up your muscles, and kind of stop you from hitting a plateau, get in some good training sessions, try not to break down too much muscle tissue when you're in a deficit, and just kind of give your body a little quick reset, maybe a little bit of mental clarity and whatnot. But you really got to earn it. And I know I earned this bullshit because I've been starving myself for a long time. I've been dieting now for, what are we, like 5 weeks out now? So I've been dieting for 9 weeks, started at 14 weeks out. 9 weeks, didn't have a single cheat. Not one cheat, not one meal, not one day, nothing. I still haven't had a cheat. This is all foods I've been eating, just at a higher amount, which is another thing I want to say. This is way different from a cheat day. Cheat day is kind of going in on whatever you want, eating as much as you want and whatever you want. Refeeds are eating the exact same foods you normally eat, just a higher quality, trying to fill back up your glycogen stores and everything that's depleted. So you want to make sure you are eating a lot, but eating a lot of clean foods that you're used to. And like I said, I haven't had a cheat in 9 weeks, so it's been long. It's been long and tough, but this will be good to enjoy this and hopefully get at least 2, maybe even 3 really good training sessions out of it, mentally feel a little bit better, and then we get back to the grind of suffering and being hungry. But glass half full right now. We're gonna enjoy this while it is. I'm gonna finish cooking this meal, eat it, and probably need to chill to digest all these fucking potatoes. But after that, I'm gonna go hit, I think, shoulders and arms today maybe. And I got legs tomorrow. So a lot of people, another thing, when you're having these refeeds, a lot of people like to have them after like a big workout or something like that, but it's actually better to have it even on an off day so that your body's kind of chilled and you're filling back up. You do not want to do more cardio when you're having a refeed, because that kind of defeats the purpose. You should just eat less if you're doing more cardio. So I'm actually doing a little bit less cardio, eating a lot more. Today's kind of a light workout, and then tomorrow I have legs. So once my body's kind of recovered and filled up from all today's eating, I'm gonna have a big workout tomorrow, and then cardio is gonna bump back up and do as we do. So we get this done, get to the gym, and check in with you guys after. Post-workout meal. I got another 300 grams of white potatoes this time, 170 grams of white fish. Been rocking that Icelandic cod lately because it's delicious. Also, shout out to big man Ian for this recommendation called, I can't really zoom in on that, but it's called The Boys, the TV show on Amazon Prime, and it's kind of about like what would really happen in our society with how corrupt everything is with power and money and all that kind of stuff. What would happen with superheroes where real people own them, they privatize them, sell them, they do fucked up shit because they know they can do whatever they want. So super cool show, little gross and like, I don't know, graphic. There's some penises and some stuff like that that you don't really want to see. But overall, it's a pretty good show. So I'm gonna dive into this, and that's about it. Meal number 5, going in the Tupperware because one of my buddies from out of town is back visiting for the night. He was on vacation with parents, I think, so he's stopping back at his parents' house, and then he's leaving tomorrow morning. So a bunch of us are going over to say what's up. Haven't seen him in a while, old high school friend. So I'm bringing that meal with me, second last meal of the day, and then I'm gonna come back and have a delicious little treat before bed. And I mean, it's not really a treat, but to me it's a treat. So yeah, I'm gonna bring that with me, eat it, hopefully not get back too late, because I'm one lazy motherfucker, been in bed at like 10 p.m. lately, and my friends are all young and night owls, but it is what it is. Gonna go say what's up, chill for a bit, come back home, and I'll catch up with you then. So we're fast forwarded a few days later. I came home from my buddy's house and was so tired, it was kind of late, and I was just so excited to eat this meal that I honestly completely forgot I had been filming a full day of eating before, and I just ate it. But I'll have a picture I can show you guys, and I can tell you that it was 2 whole eggs, 150 grams of egg whites, 1 bagel, and 50 grams of spinach. And goddamn, that bagel tasted delicious. Carbs are my thing, my jam. I love toast, so anything kind of like a pastry toast type thing like that is just delicious. So that bagel went down real quick, and it was amazing, and it was a great way to finish off my high carb day. Felt amazing, had great sleep that night. One thing, your body sleeps so much better with carbs in your system versus being starving and very carb depleted. So I had a good sleep that night, and that was the end of the high carb day. Now I'm going to show you guys next is what I've been eating for a while now. This is not my low carb day, this is just my regular diet day. So here goes. So I showed you guys the high carb day. Now I'm going to be showing you guys what I've actually been eating consistently every day for I've been on this diet I think for 2 weeks or something. I don't know. This is a really low calorie diet. Breakfast is as follows. I got 1 whole egg, 200 grams of egg whites, and some spinach. And then I got 40 grams of oats, and in it I just mixed in some raw cacao powder and some cinnamon. So not the most delicious tasting. Honestly, that stuff's all kind of bitter in there, but my taste buds are so like accustomed to no tastes or whatever you would say that it actually tastes pretty good. So I'm gonna dive into this and get back to you on my next meal. Meal numero dos. Switching it up today a little bit. I always train after meal 3. I've trained after meal 3 for like 2 weeks straight, but today I kind of wanted to get in the gym earlier when it's dead, there's no one there, because I always end up going around 5 and it's just so busy, and I'm not feeling that today. So cooking up pre-workout right now. It includes 170 grams of white fish. Been using the Icelandic cod. I got like 80 grams of spinach I fry up, and then I put that in there. And I got 100 grams of raw weight sweet potato. So really not that much sweet potato. When it's 100 grams raw and you cook it, it shrinks down a good amount. And I really have no method of how I cook it in the oven, but I throw it in there at 400 and I let it sit until maybe 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. And then when it starts to look like it's slightly getting cooked, I turn it onto the broil, so heat just coming in from the top, and it makes them like kind of slightly crispy. And I honestly just look at them. As soon as the one of them starts to get a little bit like burnt and they're a little bit brown, that's how I know it's done. And yeah, that's about that. So I'm gonna add the fish into there, just fry that up and eat. Potato, turkey, spinach. Delicious post-workout meal. So I got me eating a bunch of potato lately, kind of just because it's a little bit more volume and I'm just so hungry. So it's 150 grams of raw weight potato. And the reason I do raw weight, I don't know if I already mentioned this, but it's just way more accurate. It always weighs the same when it's raw, but when you cook it differently, it can have a much different weight, so it's just more accurate to do that. Then I'm gonna fry up the spinach, and again, I fry up the spinach because there's something in it called oxalates, and that can cause kidney stones when it's raw, but cooking it, frying it up a little bit can actually break that down, so your body is less likely to get kidney stones. This is only if you're eating crazy amounts of spinach, which, well, really, I am eating crazy amounts of spinach. And this meal is 150 grams of ground turkey, or turkey patty. I got the ones from Trifecta, and you'll notice that a lot of my meals are much less protein lately. Kind of two purposes. One is that my weight was being stubborn. I have a weight cap I have to make, so we're pushing calories really low, trying to get my weight to come down. And then once we're kind of a little bit closer within range, it's easier to play around. Also, though, a big thing is we're sacrificing a little bit because of my health. Obviously, I've had kidney issues in the past, and being on such low carb diets and just eating so much protein can put a little bit more stress on it. So my coach is just kind of looking out for my health, trying to, like, it's not most optimal for prep. Obviously, you want to be pushing in the protein and when your calories are so low, but you know, given the situation I'm in, we got to make the best of what we got. He's trying to keep me as healthy as possible, help me a little bit, so I'm not fighting that at all. I think it was a great idea when he suggested it or told me to do it. So protein's been much lower for a little bit. I haven't noticed any detriment lately, recovery issues or anything like that. So we'll see how long we do this for. If it's good for my body, I'm sure it's helping at least a little bit. But yeah, so right now protein's much lower. And it's helped bring my calories down a lot more too, obviously, so my weight's been moving. But we're still about 14 pounds over what I need to be, and 4.5 weeks out. So got some pushing to do, and yeah, I'm gonna finish cooking this and eat. Just to show, this is perfection in potatoes. Not to boast, you know, no big deal, whatever. Pretty much a professional chef, but yeah, this is how I know my potatoes are done. When they're a little bit like golden brown, just like that. And that's literally nothing on those. There's no salt. I'm keeping my sodium low. There's no oil, nothing. They just look like that. And this is the final product of the turkey and the spinach, which I added in some organic turmeric and some black ground pepper. Great antioxidant, good for inflammation, and the black ground pepper is supposed to help your body with the absorption of it by like an insane amount. Like, you need the black pepper when you have turmeric, so highly recommended adding that into some of your diet. Just a little spice. It's really good in rice, but I'm not eating any rice, so I just put it on the meat. But I'm starving, so gonna eat. I'm slowly realizing that these full day eating videos are going to be extremely boring, and honestly, I apologize. I have no entertainment value to add to anything right now. I just have no energy. It's been a few of those couple of days, I guess you could say. So I will try and pick it back up next video and be a little more interesting. But for now, we're moving on to meal number 4. Carbs are all gone for the day. So the 170 grams of white fish and some random veggies. Looks not appetizing, but it actually tastes pretty good. I got some yellow beans, a little bit, and then spinach and asparagus. And then I combined shrimp and scallops. In the high carb day, obviously I had some scallops just because I wanted a little bit more flavor, taste, something different than cod. So I had a few left over, made it. Very rarely eat shrimp and scallops because they're pricey, and I like sticking to what I know. But I mean, once in a blue moon, ain't gonna hurt you. Nice to switch things up, get a little different taste. They taste amazing. So yeah, again, sorry if it's being so boring, but all I'm doing is eating and being really tired lately, so my life is boring. Maybe it's just a good representation of how boring prep is. It's so monotonous. You literally do the same thing every day, eat the same thing every day, and it's like beneficial to do nothing. Like, you don't want to be walking around all day tiring yourself, doing too much stuff when you're super low carb, because your body just needs to chill and relax. So it's a struggle, but it's all part of the game. Getting super random here on meal number 5. Second last meal of the day is just 150 grams of chicken and veggies. So I fried up spinach and some celery. I'm not really sure if you're supposed to fry up celery, but I did, so we're gonna see how that goes. And this seems good. And this secret for this meal is, I don't use this all the time because there is a bit of sugar in it, barely any. It's 5 calories for 5 milliliters, so it's like nothing. But this, wow, I really cannot talk right now. Honey mustard is very good. There's another one that they sell at most grocery stores. I think it's French's honey mustard, which is actually almost even a little bit better, and a better squirt bottle that comes out of it. But this is what I got in my fridge right now because Courtney got it, I think, at Whole Foods, and it's bomb. So I'm going to cover this meal up in it. And I'm currently watching, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but currently watching Avengers Endgame. I've seen all the movies, love them all, saw most of them in theaters, but for some reason this one came out and I just did not get to see it. This is my first time watching Endgame, and pretty dope so far, pretty fired up. Not far into it, but it's been good. And surprisingly, I'm like what, 4 or 5 months later or something, watching it, and I haven't heard a single spoiler. So it's all fresh to me, it's all good. Eat this, watch that. Probably not even gonna finish it tonight, it's 3 hours long, but got one more meal and can enjoy the movie. Sixth and final meal of the day is 170 grams of fresh Atlantic salmon, and that's like 60 grams of asparagus or something. Been rocking this trifecta salmon. It's actually like the best tasting salmon, and I just don't have enough to get me through the week, so I gotta cook my own at the end of the week, and it's just not the same. But enjoying this. It's like 10:50 right now. Normally I'm in bed at like 10:30, so I'm really freaking tired. I'm literally becoming such an old man. I'm up at like 6 a.m. for cardio, even though I could sleep in bed at like 10. But I'm really tired, so I'm just gonna eat this, and then tomorrow I'm gonna kind of recap. I'm gonna calculate my actual macros and then talk about how much it's been, what my calories are at, and yada yada. But I'm tired and I need to go to sleep, so out. And there you guys have it. That's everything I've really been eating for weeks now. So pretty much the system has been, Ian gives me that low carb day, that regular diet where I eat it like every day pretty much, and if my weight drops really low, I'm looking really good, something goes on, he's going to be giving me the high carb day now in the future. So we're going to keep those amounts the same for a while. I don't know if he wants to change it, he will. We kind of adapt. I send him my weight and pictures every single morning, so whatever he finds is going to be necessary is what we're going to do. So back obviously on low carb days now, not eating very much, brain function is at a low, but motivation is at a high, feeling good, feeling great going into this prep. Definitely the furthest I've ever been at 4 weeks out. So I have that to look forward to. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video, because I think it's kind of cool seeing exactly what like Olympia prep diet looks like. They're different for everybody obviously, but this is mine. I think it's pretty low carb, pretty low calorie in general, and you know, just enjoying the grind out here. So see you guys next time. I got some good things in store for YouTube coming up soon too. Lots of videos are going to be coming out in the next few weeks, and I'm super excited. So until next time, peace.